scheduling decisions. So they want if like immigration is failed, so it can be raceful that the schedule will try to to evict another one, and at the time you evict the VM that was failed to migrate, so you do one redundant live migration. Basically, I think this is about this web is about this.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So this one is seems like also new. Um, okay. This one is compute. Yeah, this one is definitely new and it's already been discussed. This one is definitely SIG compute. Oops. The problem here is that we also will need to somehow figure out how many of these can we take. This one also about supporting PCI topology when we pass through GPU devices. So basically to advertise which NUMA node the specific GPU device is assigned to. And this one is a little bit tricky because here we'll have to start supporting libvirt controllers, which we didn't do before. It will need a discussion. I'm not sure what this one is about. It's definitely new. Aurel, do you know if Web 29 is progressing to this release? Right. Does anybody know what's the status with the?
But sorry, the Web29 is. I mean, all the links that I see in the tracker are merged, and the timeline says that it's GA in 1.6. Probably it's just need to be.
Okay, so we can.
Yeah, I think so.
We can just remove it, right?
You're right. And we need to probably close the tracker. Will as completed.
You probably want to check if everything was implemented and the documentation is up to date.
Yeah. I mean, just ask him if everything is fine.
Okay. All right. So I'll remove it from here. What about object graph subresource? Anyone knows anything about this?
I don't know, but the web is merged, I think.
Yeah, but I wonder what's if it, what was the status there?
Yeah,
The alpha is merged, but then we had all the discussion that we should not be doing this, right? Because you basically need to teach QBeard about every other possible resource and their relationship.
And we had the alpha for 1.6. So basically, the question here is do we progress here to beta, or do we stop, or do we reevaluate, or look what's going on?
Looks like we didn't progress. I remember there was a discussion. It was stuck on the network side about something network attachment definitions. I remember something like that.
Yeah, Alvaro changed that to instead of like importing the actual definitions to use the unstructured client to so you can do whatever you want instead of having to include libraries.
So I wonder where this future discussions are being tracked. I mean, do we need to separate call for this, or I wonder what the status is.
So my understanding is alpha is merged for 1.6, and we need some extra things for networking and potentially other things that we're working on.
Okay. Okay, so I'll keep it here for now, and then we'll revisit this. All right, Alexander, what about your web? Is this progressing to beta in this release, or do we wait another release and evaluate the status?
Well, my understanding is they want a GA in 1.7, but alpha is definitely in, and we're running through all the testing, and I'm fixing bugs as we find them. So it's progressing.
So okay. So we do need to track this for 1.7, right?
Yes, to get it into the next stage. So
Okay.
But ultimately, this is kind of at risk already because all the tests are quarantined, as far as I know, right?
yes, that's my primary focus is on quarantining there is some race condition I haven't figured out yet, so and that's causing the test to randomly fail. But unfortunately, locally it passes 100% of the time, but in CI it flakes pretty frequently. So it's sort of hard to figure out what that keep going on.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to help me with this, I can definitely spend some time explaining what I'm seeing and what I think it is. But
yeah, I think in order to progress, we'll have to. Also, did you consider finding? Well, maybe this is a separate discussion, but just a cluster with real hardware to see if we can run those tests there and not in the CI. So it will be easier to debug.
I have clusters with real hardware, and
Okay.
it's if somebody wants to, can I bug you sometime later about this, or are you busy?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if today, but yeah, definitely.
All right, yeah.
Definitely.
It's my primary focus to get these things on quarantine, because right now we have no coverage on it, so it's definitely not a good place to be.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, so now declarative hot plug. This was also I'm not sure if it's progressing or not to this release. It seems like it should be. I'll just ask on the. All right. I'll ask on those. I think this one is new. I don't know if Ale is on the call. Ale, are you on the call?
No.
He's not.
Okay. All right, so we'll need to figure out what's the status of the DRA support. Okay. Does anybody know anything about the panic device?
Yeah, that's only a tracker without the web. So it's just to track, the graduation phase for the Fisher kit.
And is this only for S390 or is it?
No, it is for all the architectures.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's only to follow all the stages for the graduation of the Fisher phase, because that specific implementation doesn't require the web, so it's just to keep
Yeah.
tracking of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll revisit this. This one is mine. This is basically in order to categorize which migrations needs to be handled first. So basically, a priority for each migration. Each controller will set a different priority, and I'll need to sort this out. But I intend this to be implemented in 1.7. All right. Here, I have no idea what is the status.
It's actively being worked by Shelly and Michael.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay,
Shelly.
all right, perfect. Um, okay, so this one was implemented at 1.6, but
What's the
I guess
second phase in this context?
That's a good question. I don't know. Just to
Let
see
me
that
think.
there are no bugs and we are fine here.
That should be part of the first issue. So let me ping Daniel and I will figure out what was the
Okay. Thanks. And if you could update here later, then would be great.
Absolutely. That was number 14.
Yeah. Just a sec. Okay. This one was also implemented. I'm not sure. What else do we need to do here? Maybe docs? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think just graduate and just make sure that we don't see any other requirement. Here, I'm a little bit torn. Like I know this definitely affects the memory, which is consumed by the launcher, and we probably should do better testing here. Like each device will have different, features, and based on those using of those features, the overhead can be different.
So we just need a better evaluation of the overhead. That's what I'm hearing, right?
That's my concern for beta, yes.
Okay. So we'll keep it tracked, and then we'll see what's the status then. Does Daniel know that this needs to be done in order to progress?
I will make sure he will.
Okay, I hope that next meeting we'll be able to track this better, so we'll revisit. I don't think that we have any updates about the secure execution. Okay, we just spoke about the templates. I'll put it on SIG compute as well. And this, I'm not entirely sure if we can even make any kind of progress here, but Itamar is not here. But in any case, it is SIG compute. Okay.
I think
Guess we'll need to. Yeah, sorry.
it depends probably on the Itamar's availability. But also, I wonder if the in place was actually graduating in Kubernetes already. But we can do alpha.
It could be. There are two problems, two main problems there. First, it doesn't support a quota the way AAQ supports it. So we will definitely have a problem with live migration. And then the other thing is about dedicated CPUs. So basically, we cannot update. I mean, it doesn't cover any dedicated CPUs. So hot plugs with the of any resources with dedicated CPUs cannot go through this. So we need some kind of a clever mechanism that would distinguish between the two. And I don't know if we should, blindly go ahead and already implement. So I don't know, but we can discuss this.
Yeah, those are the things which should be in the web, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're out of time. Okay, thank you very much for attending, and hopefully we'll have a better meeting next time.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you. Bye bye.